Hello, 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 everyone, and welcome to this live Happy English lesson. That's right. Here's another live Happy English lesson just for you guys today, coming to you from Happy English in New York City. My name is Michael, and I'm going to be your English teacher for this live English lesson. And in today's live English lesson, we're going to talk about 3 different points. First of all, we're going to take a look at some confusing vocabulary. And that vocabulary is words like born or grow up or to be raised, words like that. Then we're going to have a look at the expressions to do something for the first time and to do something for the first time in a long time. And then I've got some animal idioms that I'd like to talk to you guys about. So that's what's on the program today. Thanks everybody for joining me. And let's get started. Hello Fatima and Tahani and somebody from Russia with a Cyrillic name, and Alex is here. Welcome, excuse me, and welcome to everyone who's a little too shy to write their name. Okay, so let's get started with today's lesson. Here we go. All right, so somebody asked me the other day, hey, Michael, can you write something on the screen so we can see what it is? You ask for it, you got it. All right, a lot of people have trouble with these words. Born, grow up, be brought up, have a baby, bring up. All right, let's get it straight right now. Okay, born. Born is the action of the child or baby or person. So the subject, the verb talks about the subject. I was born in New York. Jane's baby was born last night. How about you? Where were you born? Similarly, we use grow up. Grow up means to get bigger physically and mentally mature. I grew up in New York. I heard that Taylor Swift grew up in Pennsylvania. How about you? Where did you grow up? And if you want to talk about yourself, you can also say be raised or be brought up. I was brought up in New York. I could also say I was raised in New York. Taylor Swift was brought up in Pennsylvania. Jack was raised by his grandmother. All right? So, born, grow up and be brought up or be raised, the subject of the sentence is the person you're talking about. If you want to talk about the mother or the parents, then we have 2 other phrases. The first one is have a baby. Have a baby. Jane had a baby last week. It means Jane's baby was born. My sister had twins. I'm sure she'd be surprised if she heard that. My mother had 2 children. How many children did your mother have? And then the last one is to bring up or to raise. My parents raised me in New York. Jane is bringing up her children in Milano. How about you? Where did your parents bring you up? So the mother or the parents, we say have a baby. Jane had a baby. Or Jane brought up her children in France. But if you talk about yourself or the child, you can say, I was born in New York, or I grew up in New York, or I was brought up in New York. Okay? So that's the difference between that vocabulary. And, excuse me, since we're talking about grow up, we only use grow up for humans, because grow up means become bigger and mentally mature. So you can say Jack grew up in Brooklyn, or little Tommy is growing up in the Bronx. But you can't say I grow up tomatoes in my garden, all right? Because tomatoes don't mature. So it sounds funny to say, yes, I'm growing up my potatoes. Now my potatoes can speak 2 languages. That's weird, right? So I grow tomatoes, or I grow potatoes in my garden, not grow up. And it's the same thing for flowers. Flowers grow. You can say, oh, beautiful flowers grow in that park. But you can't say flowers grow up in the park, okay? That's kind of weird. All right, so that's that. The next point I want to talk about is for the first time. For the first time. There are a lot of different ways in English that you can express, or you can talk about doing something for the first time. And this phrase, for the first time, is very easy to use because you can use it with any sentence before that. So yesterday, it's in the past, yesterday I went to Bob's Pizza Shop for the first time. I went there for the first time. Tomorrow, I will go to Tony's Pizza Shop for the first time. So you can put any sentence in front of the phrase for the first time, and it works perfectly, and there's no other grammar that you have to think about. You could say, last week, my boss and I and several colleagues went to an excellent French restaurant that has lovely foie gras for the first time. Okay? So it's a very easy phrase to use. In a similar way, you can use for the first time in a long time. Maybe you did something a while ago, and for a long period you didn't do that, and then recently you did that. So over the weekend, I ate sushi for the first time in a long time. I think I haven't had sushi in about 3 months. So I had it over the weekend. I had sushi for the first time in a long time. And just like the other phrase, you can use this with a future sentence in the front. You can say, tomorrow night, I'm going to eat sushi for the first time in a long time. All right? So both of those phrases can work with any sentence before them. All right. Before we get to the idioms, I want to just say a quick hello to everyone who's joined us. My God, you know, I can't see without my glasses anymore. Who's here? Pamela is here from Brazil. Dominique from France. Julio from Brazil. Hey, a lot of Brazilians here today, and that's okay. How do you say thank you in Portuguese? Obrigado. I think that's what it is. Dominique is here. I don't know where you're from. Inane is here. And Iupita. I'm sorry if I mispronounce your names. It's Mr. Bean. No, it's not. All right. By the way, before you go anywhere and before we move ahead, from Algeria, nice. I have a special something special for you guys, because you guys have been watching my live videos. A lot of you come every day, Man, that's awesome. Thank you so much. And I guess you've been telling your friends because more and more people are joining us. Wow, I really can't see, can I? Emil. Oh, come on. Come on, come on, technically. Let's get going. Thank you. I don't understand technology. I really, really, really don't understand. Okay, so, and see, folks, like that's how you know that this is live, because we have technical problems like that. All right, so now that the internet is back working, yeah, let's talk about idioms. As quiet as a mouse. If you've ever seen a mouse, they don't make a lot of noise. So we like to say that someone is as quiet as a mouse. It means that person doesn't talk very much. My friend Paul, sometimes he's as quiet as a mouse. He doesn't talk a lot. How about you? Are you as quiet as a mouse? Do you know someone who's as quiet as a mouse? You can leave a comment and let us know. The next one is work like a dog. Work like a dog. In the old days, and sometimes these days, dogs are used out on the farm to help gather the animals, like the sheep. And so we have this idiom, work like a dog, because those dogs worked very hard. So if you work very hard at your job, you can say, I work like a dog. How about you? Do you? Do you work like a dog? Do you know anybody who works like a dog? I think I do. Maybe that's me. All right. Work like a dog, as quiet as a mouse. Eat like a horse. To eat like a horse. Yesterday, I didn't have time to have dinner. So when I got home from Happy English, I was so hungry. I ate like a horse. You know, a horse has a pretty big appetite. So if you eat a lot, you can say, I ate like a horse. Have you eaten like a horse recently? Leave a comment and let us know. There are some comments. Too bad I can't read them. Saba says, I'm quiet like a mouse. Julio says, Mike, to eat like a horse is the same meaning to pig out on. Yes, eat like a horse and pig out are the same. That's right. And Julio, you know that because you were here at yesterday's lesson. Nice job. Nice job, everyone. Thanks for coming. Okay. Chicken. Chicken. If you've ever been on a farm and you go near the chickens, they run away really quickly. The chickens try to escape. I don't know why. Maybe they think they're going to be cooked. So the chickens always run away. And you can say that someone is chicken or someone is a chicken. You can either use it as an adjective or a noun. And a person who's a chicken is not brave. So, for example, I was going to ask that girl for a date, and when I walked up to her, I went, hello? And I ran away. I was chicken. I was chicken, and I couldn't ask her for a date. So if you're chicken, you're not brave, and you don't have so much courage. All right? Do you know anybody who's chicken? All right, and one more. The early bird. The early bird. We have a proverb in English which says, the early bird gets the worm. So when the bird wakes up early in the morning, she can fly around and find that delicious worm to eat. The early bird gets the worm. So the phrase, an early bird means a person who wakes up early. Especially if it's your habit to wake up early, we could say that you're an early bird. I did a live YouTube lesson on Saturday at 6:30 a.m. New York time. I was an early bird. How about you? Are you an early bird? Are you a chicken? Do you sometimes eat like a horse? Or work like a dog? Or do you know someone who's as quiet as a mouse? The best way to remember these idioms and all of this English language that you see here, or see here, is to try to write some sentences using it. Just like this one that came in. My God, I cannot read. Lupita says, I am not an early bird. Right. That's how you remember it. Hi, Anna. All right, so I said to you guys before that I have some special information for you, and here it is. Okay, I have an online pronunciation course, and I've got a free sample of the first 3 lectures of that online pronunciation course. I set up a special secret web page on happyenglish.com, and just for you guys. So if you want to check out 3 lessons from my online course, just go to myhappyenglish.com/sample. It's over here. Over here. Yeah. And there's a password. The password is happy. Okay, so myhappyenglish.com/sample, password happy, and you can get the first 3 lessons of that course for free. Okay, and if you like that course and you want to buy it, it's usually $50, but for Happy English fans like you, it's only $10 for 2 hours of video in that course. So there's a link down below. You can check that out. Alrighty, so that's enough of commercials and advertising today. And my friends, hey, thank you so much. That's the end of today's live English lesson on YouTube. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll be back tomorrow. That's right, and I think at the same time with another live English lesson. Why don't you tell your friends, okay? And come back. Okay, thanks for studying today, and I'll see you next time right here at Happy English. Bye, guys. Thank you.